Now the ABC and Media Watch. Yes, I know, that lefty propaganda outfit again. But I've got to point out their deceptions, otherwise they just stand uncontested. This Paul Barry bloke, an unashamed green left activist who rabbits on about global warming and Murdoch media night and day, he embodies everything that is wrong with the ABC. He's paid $200,000 a year by you to make 15 minutes of tendentious television a week with a team of about 10 people to help him. What an indulgence. But the real problem is, over at the ABC, at this program, they operate in clear defiance, clear breach of the ABC's charter for objectivity and a plurality of views. And they deliberately act to deceive their audiences. They use taxpayers' money to mislead taxpayers in pursuit of their own political agenda. Think about how objectionable that is. Anyway, last night, Barry excelled himself again. One segment attacked this show for highlighting the ABC's obsession with News Corp newspapers and this station. Yep, that's right. He attacked us again because we highlight how they are obsessed with us. But he apparently didn't stop to think that that might just prove our point. Even more bizarre, their big hit on the program last night was when we shared our research showing how much the ABC focuses on News Corp. They suggested that the Institute of Public Affairs Research, included some double counting for syndicated programs on the ABC. But the figures the ABC had used about News Corp's coverage of a Four Corners hit piece on News Corp also contained double counting of syndicated columns. So again, Paul Barry was criticising News Corp for doing the same thing as the ABC, which he was defending. It's just going around in circles. It's exceptional stuff. Now, as if that wasn't bad enough last night, Barry's prime item in his program last night, as if to underline all this, was, you guessed it, yet another attack on News Corp and Sky News. This time over his pet subject of climate change. And once more, Barry misrepresented the arguments that I and others put about climate change, climate science, climate alarmism, climate policies and all the rest of it. Another Media Watch episode obsessing over News Corp while defending itself as not being preoccupied with News Corp. And all the while deliberately creating misinformation about what is said and written in News Corp publications and on this station. Look, none of us is perfect. And if we ever make an error here, you know two things. You know I'll correct it because you've seen me do so. But you also know that it wasn't intentional, that any error will have been a mistake. When you watch Paul Barry and Media Watch, however, you are being deliberately misinformed about what people like me and others say on climate change, about what I've said about Donald Trump, even about what I've said about the ABC. He produces fake news at taxpayers' expense. While ever the ABC runs a show like Media Watch with Paul Barry, they are misusing your hard-earned tax dollars.